It's basically about the death of dreams. Every day felt more painful because I knew I was lying to myself. It's over. Chance is gone. Your heart just says it's time to stop. It's time to let it go. That dream.
So this song it can be seen in maybe like two different ways, depending upon how you view it. It can be seen purely as a reflection of the past, but if we take it from the perspective of myself from long ago, trying to make it in underground music in Japan, and where I was, this is the spot I was at right before I got into Holo. I was waiting for some kind of big break. You know, I auditioned for this big summer concert that I made it to like the preliminaries for, and then I did not advance any further. Right? I was trying so many different things. I was trying to get signed to some smaller scale labels, etc., and it seemed like some were interested, but I kept feeling like I was just waiting and waiting for an opportunity. So the train is like, it can be seen as like it could be anything that you're waiting for, but in my case it was opportunity. It was something like a big break. It was something like the breakthrough forward. One of the main reasons that I feel the song becomes a very sad piece is because it's basically about the death of dreams. It's about acceptance that you will never be more than you are. Maybe this is the last stop. Maybe there's nothing beyond this. There's nothing bigger. There's no bigger stage. There's no bigger opportunity. There's no bigger thing. It's a somber realization. So that's why the next line that goes, the station floor is lined with scattered pictures of places I thought that I would go. So we all have big dreams. There'd be places that we want to go, stages we want to perform on, places that we want to see. I feel like I started writing this song when I made a realization. Even though it's very much about the me from the past, I made a realization that it's very, very likely I will never perform at a place like Madison Square Garden. It's just not gonna happen. I'll keep working hard towards those dreams, but if they never come true, the way forward through pain that's left me numb is still unsure. It's been a painful road up until this point, and it'll continue being painful. It'll continue being rough. For sure, 100%, especially if I want to proceed forward. But it's still unsure. Nothing is set in stone at all. But the thing that was initially guiding me, the compass, was a promise to shine here, to make it on your own. Although, again, we can view it from two different perspectives. I could still relate to it now as I am, having gotten as far as I have, but it's still very much a song where I reminisce to how I felt back then before I got into Holo, thinking to myself, you know, I wanted to shine here and make it on my own. That was what was guiding me. So why do I feel this doubt in my heart? So you keep on waiting, wanting, faking you're someone you're not. I think being authentic is best, but sometimes people put on a show so that we can fly further. It's rough, but as some people say, that's show business. It's sad. Recently, I've realized I'd like just being my authentic self. Don't lie to yourself. That's the worst thing that you can do, is lie to yourself. I used to do that a lot, you know? Every day felt more painful because I knew I was lying to myself. Dang, it's getting really dark. Let's continue with the song. Reaching, longing, changing for someone. You know, you edit yourself to please more people, hoping and hoping that it's gonna make that train come sooner. Maybe if I fit into the mold more. Maybe if I make less people angry. Maybe if I'm more careful about every single small thing that I do and say. So you keep doing all those things. Making you're someone you're not, changing for someone, all these things you shouldn't be doing, wanting too much, being too ambitious, being ungrateful, etc. Just keep reaching You keep reaching and wanting it until you realize you're still just stuck here, waiting for a train that never comes. All that changing you did to yourself, all that faking you're someone you're not, and that train still hasn't come. Back at the start, you had a lot of hope. When there's a million different branching roads, you know, of course, that's always how it goes. When you start off doing something and you're so excited, there's the options are endless. Where could you go? What could you see? The things you could go and see. Every decision, every line you wrote, there was a vision with each chord and every note. Back then, I feel like, I wrote some bad stuff, but there was so much passion in it, and I only wrote songs because I wanted to and I was having a good time. You know, I had messages I wanted to shout to the world, even if they were a little clumsily put together. Blank refrains came to life in darkness. Crowded cities, crisis, and catharsis. It's kind of a bit of a depressing imagery, right? Being alone in like a 1K building, just myself in the darkness, trying to write songs, trying to do anything to break out of being in the underground scene in a country where people don't really speak English, so why would they understand those words that I was writing? I was really kind of hitting my head against a wall, to be honest, but the refrains that had no lyrics written on them, I came up with them myself. I wrote them, and I shared them to my own small community, and they came to life in darkness, even in the sad parts. Even when it hurt, I was still writing. You know? So don't leave it alone, no, don't leave me alone. You can say you miss home, back where your heart is, because I was definitely homesick. But even in the midst of all of that, the homesickness, the writing music in the darkness and hitting my head against a wall, a voice rings out, cutting the noise, which are people that I looked up to, people that I admired and aspired to be like, you know. It kind of pushed me forward to keep doing it. There's so much noise. Sometimes you just need the voice of someone who inspires you or makes you feel like maybe you can keep doing what you're doing, right? And maybe it's hopeless change without choice. Because life is full of things that have to change without you getting to choose, you know? Maybe it's hopeless, maybe there's nothing you can do about it. But that's part of what makes life so interesting, Deadbeats. It's full of disaster and wonder. The hourglass turns, will blink and the years have gone by. And dang, they sure have, Deadbeats. I blink and it's already 10-ish years since I'd started trying to do anything musical. It's always how it goes, right? The second verse is meant to feel like a chaotic whirlwind of what it means to, I guess, be alive as a musician, unsure of anything, in a niche community, in a place that you don't really know. It's all very confusing, etc. But yeah, it's meant to feel like a bit of a chaotic whirlwind, and before you know it, we'll blink and the years have gone by. In a lifetime where nothing's set in stone. Because nothing is, Deadbeats. Anything could change. You could blink and suddenly you'd be in a different scene. Very much. Everything you wanted was right before your eyes. Don't be ungrateful now. So many wonderful things have happened, right? I'm lucky. I have a wonderful life. Let's not get too forward-looking to the future, but I keep them on the sky. To keep aspiring for the future. But then you forget everything you wanted was right before your eyes. This is probably the most calm and chill, and also the quote-unquote prettiest part of the track itself. Ended up being the most hopeful part, you know? I had a vision of myself standing on my most desired stage ever, with a light shining on me. And in time, you'll find them again. Impossible dreams. For a moment in this fleeting life, you'll stand in the light of all that you could be. But it was just a dream. You smash back to where the reality is. I waited for A train that's come and gone for something more. I guess I'm walking home now. Yeah. So we go from that scene of like standing in the light of all that you could be. This is the ultimate dream come true. But then it fades away and you realize that it's over. The train is come and gone. The chance is gone. Maybe you're too old. Maybe you just can't do it anymore. Maybe your heart just says it's time to stop. It's time to let it go. That dream. And go home. So this is very close to what I was about to do before I got into Holo, right? Is more what this ending bit is. In a different reality, this is what happened. This is what came true. The train is come and gone, and it was fun. I was waiting for something more. I guess I'm walking home now. Go back to America. But by the end, but you'll find me no matter where I go. You can interpret that how you'd like, but I think it's pretty obvious. Maybe if one dream ends, another might come true someday. As far as I know, I don't really ever want to stop doing this, right? Ever. I like it too much. It makes me happy. But I like to believe that just like back then, maybe, if something ever happened to me, you'd be able to find me. Something out of my control, right? That's my hope. But as of right now, I have no plans. So yeah, that's that song. And it's the one that I still kind of feel emotional about, even when I listen to it.